In a world increasingly connected, we've traded privacy for immediacy. Every moment of our lives, from the mundane to the extraordinary, is potentially one tap away from a global audience. But what happens when that audience suddenly becomes a witness? What happens when the relentless, unfiltered lens of a live stream captures not just life, but the shocking, irreversible moment of its end? Tonight, we dive into the chilling reality where a simple "Go Live" button turned into a digital crime scene. These are the most shocking murders and assassinations ever caught on a live stream, exposing the fragility of life and the terrifying power of real-time social media. From domestic disputes that spiral out of control to premeditated assassinations carried out in front of thousands, these cases are a stark reminder that when the broadcast begins, there's no way to press stop. We'll be examining the tragic death of a young high school student, a father killed while trying to keep the peace, and one of the most brazen political assassinations in recent memory, the murder of activist Charlie Kirk. Brace yourselves. This is the true horror of crime in the digital age. The eavesdropped murder, Jason Patton. Our first case illustrates a different facet of the live stream's power. The accidental, agonizing role of an unwilling witness.
Why does it sound like gunshots in the building? King, go in the room. Come here.
In Philadelphia, a woman named Tamika Baxter was hosting a casual Facebook Live from her apartment, chatting with friends. She was focused on her phone, relaxed, until the sounds of her neighbor's argument began to bleed through her wall. But then, the argument escalated into something far more sinister.
What is going on in my building?
Tamika heard a terrifying sound, loud bangs that sounded like gunshots. Her first desperate instinct, which was caught on her live stream, was to protect her 3-year-old son, rushing him into a back room. She then cautiously left her apartment to investigate the noise.
Please, what the was that? Yo!
As she reached her next-door neighbor's apartment, the live feed captured a frantic, desperate man yelling a clear message. "Call 911! Call 911!"
Should I knock on the door? Oh my God, they're fighting. Oh my God, they're fighting.
The police later determined that the man pleading for help was 18-year-old high school student Jason Patton.
Search for a gunman accused of taking the life of a Philadelphia high school student. The teen is being remembered as a standout both in the classroom and on the football field.
He was inside the apartment for a college acceptance party when an argument broke out with another man, Derek Butler. Patton was shot multiple times and killed. Tamika Baxter, through the simple act of live streaming, had inadvertently provided real-time audio evidence of a tragic murder and the victim's final desperate plea for his life. The fatal intervention. James Walter. In Alabama, another live stream captured a murder that was devastating in its intimate brutality, occurring within the supposed safety of a family home. The victim was James Walter, a father of 2 teenage girls. He was called outside by his daughters to mediate an escalating argument between one of the girls and her boyfriend. One of Walter's daughters was live streaming the confrontation, possibly as a way to document the argument or seek validation from her online community. The footage captures Walter demanding the boyfriend leave his property. The boyfriend refused, the situation escalated rapidly, and in a devastating turn of events, James Walter allegedly lunged at the young man. In an instant, the boyfriend produced a gun and shot James Walter dead.
Daddy, you okay? Daddy, I'm sorry.
Though the shooter was later acquitted after claiming self-defense, the live stream captured a father's final moments and the unspeakable trauma inflicted upon his children. The Virginia drive-by ambush. Finally, we turn to a shocking ambush in Virginia. 3 men were sitting in a car, listening to music and live streaming themselves on Facebook. It was a typical, relaxed broadcast, barely a minute in, when a second vehicle pulled up next to them. The live stream instantly transitioned into pure, chaotic terror. Dozens of rounds were fired into the car in what police suspected was a targeted hit. All 3 men were hit, but 2 of them survived the attack. One man, tragically, lost his life. The motive and the people responsible remain unknown, but the live stream served as a chilling first-person view of an assassination attempt, preserving not only the moment of the crime, but the desperate struggle for survival that immediately followed. The assassination of Charlie Kirk. We begin with a high-profile case that shocked the political landscape and demonstrated how a public event can instantly become a tragic spectacle. The September 2025 assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
It is being called a dark moment for America. The targeted shooting of conservative political activist Charlie Kirk during an outdoor event at Utah Valley University.
Kirk was speaking at a popular Prove Me Wrong debate event at Utah Valley University. The fatal shot came not from the crowd, but from the elevated position of a sniper on the rooftop of the nearby Losay Center, approximately 140 yards away.
The manhunt for the suspect is intensifying, focusing on a figure seen running on the roof of a building about 200 yards from where Kirk was sitting.
Kirk was struck in the neck by a single bullet while engaging with an audience member. The horror of the moment, the sudden muzzle flash, the sound of the shot, Kirk's immediate collapse, and the ensuing chaos as hundreds of people scrambled for cover, was instantly transmitted across the globe. Multiple phone cameras and the official event live stream all captured the seconds immediately before, during, and after the attack. The footage was raw, unfiltered, and deeply disturbing, spreading rapidly across social media platforms. The shooter, later identified as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, fled the scene but was apprehended the next day. The very public, live-streamed nature of the event was central to the case. It provided police with immediate, raw evidence of the crime, and it forced the public to confront the horrifying reality of political violence in an inescapable, real-time manner. These cases, from the brazen political assassination of Charlie Kirk to the domestic tragedy of James Walter, paint a grim picture. The rise of live streaming has created a new category of crime documentation, one where the final moments of a victim's life are broadcast with terrifying clarity. This technology strips away the layers of time and distance, forcing millions to confront violence not as a headline, but as a live, evolving, horrifying event. It transforms ordinary people into witnesses, victims into digital martyrs, and criminals into instant media figures. The stories we share today are a heavy burden, but they are crucial for understanding the evolving landscape of true crime. What case from this list resonated with you the most? And what do you believe is the lasting impact of live-streamed violence? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on the most profound documentaries, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a deep dive into the mind-blowing events of the digital world. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.